Hey everyone, John here, and I wanted to do a little video reviewing the recent Disney sitcom Christmas special, Stuck at Christmas. It's an hour-long special from the show Stuck in the Middle. Before I get to the actual review, I wanted you to check out some links below. First, to the organization Red Ribbon Reviewers, which I'm going to be doing this as part of. They're all about spreading they're about spreading awareness for HIV and AIDS. And also take a look at the organization Gaia, which is an organization that wants to put an end to AIDS and HIV by the year 2030. Okay, now let's take a look at this special. Okay, so Stuck in the Middle, it's a show that I'm kind of mixed about. Sometimes I think the show can be good, but sometimes it's not so good. I think the first couple episodes started off bad, maybe gotten a little better, but I think it still has its problems here and there. And this special definitely kind of gives some good examples of both the pros and the cons of the show. Now, the thing about the show is a lot of people compare it to Nickelodeon's hit cartoons, The Loud House. It's not quite as good, but it does have some of that humor, it has some of that charm, it has some of that, just quality to it that you see from The Loud House. Now, this special overall is okay, and like I said, it definitely showcases both some of the positives of the show and the negatives of the show. Now, the plot here is that you have this big family of 7 kids, and the main character is a girl named Harley. She's like 13 or something, and every year, the family's grandmother, their abuela, invites them over to her house for Christmas. And this year, she gave up. She didn't even bother to invite them. So they always have to turn her down, and this year, she didn't even bother. And they're really upset by this. They feel like they've kind of like let her down, so now they feel like, okay, they have to go this time. Now, the special has like a new opening credit sequence. It's like this kind of really cool, well-designed Christmas thing, really well animated, very bright and colorful looking, well designed. It's very nice. I like it. Now, early in the special, we do get a few good jokes and some nice little moments. We do get some problems with the special later. Now, they start off taking a plane for the trip, and the problem is that their flight gets diverted to Ohio, so they have to take a bus. Now, recently I was watching the DCOM Disney Channel original movie, Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas, and this definitely reminded me of that a little. I'm not saying it ripped it off, but it may have borrowed a couple ideas, because when they start off on a plane, the plane gets diverted, so then they have to travel by, on the road, and, there's kind of this whole road trip and these conflicts. It's definitely some similarities to that movie. Now, they end up renting a bus, like a big tour bus that was originally meant for a band, the family. So they're traveling there on this bus, and they travel for a while until they end up realizing that one of the youngest girl, Daphne, who's kind of like this show's version of Lola Loud, left her favorite doll in the rental car that they originally were going to take on this trip. So they immediately decide to just go and get it. You see the main character, Harley, she put a tracking device on it because she's like this nerdy inventor kind of, and so they immediately rush back to found it, and they're very passionate about getting this doll back for her because it's she absolutely loves it. Now, they're gonna find that another girl has the doll, and one of the kids in the family, the sister Georgie, ends up trading these 3 huge buckets of toys for the doll. One that she got for needy children. It was like a Toys for Tots style thing, and she gave it to them. Now, it's supposed to be like this big touching moment where she sacrificed something to help her sister get this doll back that she loves. But like, this was for needy children, and they treat it like it's this good thing, and she's like, oh, well, I'll find a way to get some toys. And she does eventually get some toys to replace them, but she didn't know that. How'd she know she was going to get more toys? So that's really strange. I mean, they end up saying that, they said that the doll is, the girl Daphne's best friend. And it's like, how about your family be your friends, huh? How about your family can be your friends? You got a huge family. How about they be your friends? Don't you think those, needy kids kind of need those toys more than you need your one doll? So that's strange. Now, they end up losing their money and their phones and all their valuables, and then the bus breaks down, so you get some more conflict. Now, but they end up, the bus breaks down at this mechanic shop, and the mechanic, a guy named Buddy, says he's not going to be able to fix their bus before Christmas. Now, he also is talking about how his buddy, the mechanic's family, he's talking about how his family every year as part of this competition in their town called the Iron Elf, this big kind of like race and stuff. And last year he messed up, so they won't let him be on their team this year. Now, Buddy and Harley, the main character, they end up connecting over kind of being like these neglected middle children. It's some sweet kind of clever stuff, you know. And he says they'll help, but then the problem is they don't have any money because their credit cards were burned. You know, they thought maybe they might be able to use the credit card and to get money from the bank, but no. So they end up making a deal. They'll be his team for the contest, and if they win, then he can fix their bus and they can go to their grandma's house. So I'm getting into spoilers, by the way, if you haven't noticed that yet. I'm kind of telling the whole story. So they end up doing the whole contest. It's this big kind of like acrobatic circus thing. It's cool, it's fun. They have a lot of interesting kind of sets and props with it. It's well designed, kind of creative. And they get a lot of kind of nice little moments and an inspiring speech from Harley. Pretty good. And they end up winning, and he fixes their bus. Buddy and the mechanic kind of mix with his family, and they get to go see their abuela, and it's a happy, nice little ending. So yeah, overall, not a bad special. I'd probably give it a rating of a 6 out of 10. Some nice little moments. There's that one part in the middle with the, you know, the Toys for Tots thing that kind of hurts it. But, you know, some nice moments, nice humor. Not bad characters. I actually might talk about like a bad episode of the show at some point in the future. I have one in mind that somebody requested to me. But for now, I guess I'm kind of talking about a more positive aspect of it. So yeah, I guess I would recommend checking this out if you see it all and if you like the show, whatever. Sorry, my phone. But yeah, I guess that's all I got to say for today. So yeah, check out Red Room Reviewers, check out Gaia, and thank you all for watching. Bye.